For years, my husband tore me down, saying I was nothing. I stayed quiet, saved every cent, and the day he lost his job, I left with it all. Now he's broke, jobless, living with his mother, and blowing up my phone 30 times a day. For years, my husband chipped away at me, insisting I was worthless. I absorbed it all, biding my time, until the day he lost his job. Then, I took every penny he'd stockpiled and walked out. Now, he's broke, jobless, and shacked up with his mom, calling me over 30 times a day. I first met Robert at O'Malley's, that busy downtown bar everyone hits after work on Fridays. I was there with colleagues from the insurance office, where I'm an admin assistant. He exuded confidence, buying me a White Claw and detailing his middle management role at Midwest Manufacturing. He made me feel uniquely chosen, like I was the only woman in the room. We dated 2 years before getting married. My friends, especially Kira, my best friend since high school, thought it was fast, but I felt so certain. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. Like his insistence on combining finances immediately, claiming it was what married people do. Or how he'd joke, "Good thing you've got me to handle the money stuff. You'd probably blow it all on Target runs," followed by a laugh that swept others along. I barely noticed the jokes, growing sharper after our accounts merged. $7 for organic milk? This is why I checked the statements, he'd scoff when I grocery shopped. When I got a small raise, he'd say, "Well, it's not like your management material, but I guess it's cute they gave you something." When I wanted to apply for a promotion, "Honey, you know that's not really your lane. Besides, I make enough for both of us." It was always capped with, "I'm just teasing," or "You know I love you," and I believed him. Because, honestly, I thought that's what marriage was. My parents had a similar dynamic. Dad always playfully teasing Mom about her cooking, her weight, her silly hobbies. Things started to shift, noticeably about 2 years ago. Robert began coming home later. 7 p.m. instead of 6 p.m., then 8 p.m. Sometimes he'd reek of beer. Sometimes that generic cologne they sample at the mall. When I'd ask, he'd dismiss it, just drinks with the guys, or had to entertain a client. Then, he'd make a comment about my cute suspicion, how I should stick to worrying about whether we needed more LaCroix. Our intimacy suffered too. He stopped initiating unless he was drunk. When I tried, he'd make observations about my body that weren't direct insults, but left me feeling wretched. "You've got that little pooch thing happening," he'd say, poking my stomach as I lay vulnerable. Or, "Your boobs look different since you gained weight." I'm 5 feet 6 inches and 145 pounds. Essentially the same as when we met. I started withdrawing physically, which he weaponized. "This is why men cheat," he'd declare, scrolling Instagram, when their wives stopped putting out. He never admitted to infidelity, but the unspoken accusation hung heavy. Last summer, I noticed our savings account was lower than it should be. When I brought it up, Robert exploded. "Are you checking up on me? Don't you trust me? I'm the one who makes the real money here." He slammed the door so hard it dislodged a piece of wall art we'd chosen together.